Okay, microphone on, everything's fine. Okay, I'm sorry about losing everything. I'm sorry I had to throw this live back up real quick. My internet went down in this whole little area. It's back up and running. I apologize so much for not having everything turned on. It was a mad dash to get this back up and running. I'm Ada K. I appreciate you being here. I was saying that I got the wrong lunch from Chick-fil-A, but it's okay. I'm is what it is. We still have the court. Please come join my Discord. We have our court. That's not what I want to do. Is still doing the ban. Um, so that's kind of frustrating. I was hoping we would actually have some kind of a verdict by now. So that's where we are. I'm on Discord on two places, my own, but as the gavel drops is amazing. Absolutely amazing. They have a fabulous, fabulous team of people over there, and we have a lot of fun. So come join us over there. Mm. You know what? This is not my meal I'm eating, but the mac and cheese is good. I asked for nuggets. I was grilled nuggets. I was going to be a healthy eater, and that didn't happen. Is what it is, y'all. Let me let everybody know. I have to let everybody know what happened because a lot of people are like, "Where did you go?" What in the world? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get everything back up and running. It is so frustrating. Hmm. Hey, Miss Veronica, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm sorry about that. The internet just dropped. I was all bummed, man. I had all those people waiting. I hope to come back. I did not order mac and cheese. I ordered grilled chicken nuggets, and they gave me mac and cheese. So frustrating. I'll eat it, but I have my heart set on them nuggets. My hair looks so flat. When I go outside with this humidity, it just goes, everything falls. Now I got a hair in my face. All right, guys, we have had some fun today. We had some interesting laughs today. Um, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. I'm going to have a word from our wonderful sponsor, Sugar Shack Coffee. You are absolutely amazing. You keep me running. It is the best coffee I've had in ages. It's fresh roasted here in the beautiful Texas Hill Country. I'll be right back after our sponsor. Hey, y'all. I am so excited we have our very first sponsor, and I'm wearing this hat to honor them. Who is it? Well,
It's coffee, my favorite thing. This coffee is from Hitchman Homestead Coffee. This is the Shooter Shack Coffee Pioneer Nicaraguan Roast. This coffee is so delicious, y'all. It is so smooth. It does not leave a chemical taste on the back of the tongue. It's not overly bitter. And I have to tell you, it is my favorite. And I am now getting rid of all my other coffee. I kid you not. They have a monthly subscription available. You get 4 12-ounce bag a month, either whole beaned or ground. And then you can also get a Keurig option as well. The other thing they have is wonderful gift boxes that you can send to your loved ones. So you want to support a fabulous home business and people here in the Hill Country? Go to hitchmanhomestead.com and let them know I sent you and grab yourself some of the best tasting coffee we have here in Texas Hill Country.
Okay, guys, I shall return in just a moment, though. Yes, guess not. Guess I'm not leaving. Come lay down, good girl. So, how was everybody doing this afternoon? Did you get a stretch break? Did you get rehydrated? Did you get your tea, coffee, whatever? I did. I enjoyed spending time with my daughter in the car for a few moments. She's going to be with friends tonight. So that's a good thing. People sometimes come into our place and you know how people go in the wrong door? And we have that happen sometimes because our door is right next to a salon door. And they'll come in and they realize they're in the wrong place and they turn around and walk out just as you get there and you go, hi. And they just keep walking like they totally ignore you instead of saying, oh, sorry, I came in the wrong door. So frustrating. Very frustrating. Okay, Ronnie, Miss G, what did you have for lunch? I'm looking right now to find out what everybody else is saying, see if we have any updates. Reminder, there is no way 12 people will ever unanimously agree that Karen Reed committed murder beyond a reasonable doubt. It is impossible for any honest person to believe. I have no idea what the jury is doing, but I know it is impossible for 12 people to find who will agree that she should go to jail for the rest of her life. That is coming from Adrian Kearney. Mm. Somebody states on his site, Alice, as a former juror in a capital murder trial, they are probably pouring back through the evidence, trying to convince the holdouts, regardless of which way they're leaning. No one wants a hung jury unless less than the jury. Trust me. That's a good point. But do you know what? Also, we have 9 weeks of trial. I'm just hoping it's not a holdout. I'm hoping that they're just going through the evidence, looking at the text, looking at all of the stuff, and just, not everybody comes to decision the same way. Mm. That sounds good. Yeah, friend gave me a half a pork, man, half a hog the other last week. Man, that's a lot of pork. Um, so this jury may be approaching it from the angle of, well, I guess I do have to get the door. From the angle of let's pour over the evidence first. I shall return. That's good. You stay out here for a little bit. You want to come with mom? Come on. Yay! Thank y'all for waiting. I'm back. Woohoo! I'm waiting for a package, y'all. What am I going to do with this mess of hair? It's horrible. I think I'm just going to put it up in a ponytail, y'all. It is driving me crazy. I'm struggling with it. I think I'll leave a little bit here and just put it up. Ow! My hair tangles so easily. It just tangles. Hello, Lucy and Sky. How are you? I don't think so at this point. I think that, oh gosh, I am not having the best day at the moment. Nothing is working. Oh, there we go. I don't know if they will stay past 4. I think that's a large part on what the jury decides. Uh, I don't know if it's a hung jury. I really think that if they're smart, and I think they are, that they are going through all the evidence. Whereabouts in the South do you live? I live in Central Texas. And I'm not used to wearing my hair down that much. Everybody knows what company fries I'm eating and no, I'm not sponsored. That would be cool though. I'd love to be sponsored. I bet that is a big change. But you know, when I went up to Washington last year, it was like 105 here, 110. I go up to Washington looking to get and it said, oh, 89 degrees. I was all excited. I get up there, it hit 100. But when I get up there, they're 100 with the humidity level. Oh my God, y'all. It was a nightmare. It was horrid. I hadn't been so sweaty in my life. Give me our temperature at 110 any day compared to that 100 degrees with 100% humidity that they had. It was awful. My poor service dog, oh my God, I was so afraid she was going to heat stroke out. I have a hearing dog because I'm deaf as a board. And I was afraid she was going to stroke out. I had to be very careful with her. Yes, I know, right? Scorpions are out like crazy right now. We came into the shop a couple mornings ago, and on the mat just outside the shop door was a big old scorpion. We had to keep the dog from running in and getting stung. We got a lot of scorpions coming out. We've also had a lot of rain, unusual for this time of year. Yeah, Febreze is Canarade, yeah. Well, part of the problem is if we have a really harsh winter, or at least some really good freezes, the bugs aren't so bad. But when we don't have a harsh winter or some really good freezes, the bugs are horrible. So, is what it is. We had a good morning, didn't we, Miss Ronnie? We had a really good morning. I hope everybody drops on back in. Ronnie, just so you know, and I don't think I've ever had this happen so quickly. We had from this morning 570 views, and I'm up to 372 subscribers. Usually, I don't have that many views on YouTube until days later. Oh, definitely, Lucy. Can I call you Lucy or Lucy in the Sky? Which do you prefer? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be streaming. Um, although I am trying to figure out how to fix. I don't like the angle of which my mic is. There it goes. Perfect. It was awesome. And I was ready to come back in and do it again. And then my internet just goes. As soon as I get back, my internet died. I'm like, are you kidding me? Everybody's stressing online on the either court TV, law and crime, or all those because there's been no questions. We're coming up on 14 hours. Well, I just want to say this. I know it feels longer. Hi, Karen. Thank you for coming back. I know today feels longer, but really we're only into 14 hours. That's almost 2 full work days. So, with a case that lasted as long as this did, um, I'm not uncomfortable with this. I would be uncomfortable if they didn't have a verdict by close of Friday. I'd be worried about that. I would be worried about that if they didn't have it. Right now, between all social medias, it's estimated that 150,000 plus people are waiting for the verdict online. Kid you not. That's what they said. I'm like, wow, that's a ton of people waiting, y'all. Ton of people. Oh, here's my kinky freedom again. Here's how we really look. I'll share. A friend and an acquaintance of mine passed away, and I'm going to share this quickly. This is kinky. This is how he looks now. Y'all saw him when he was younger. This is how I remember kinky.
About a special friend of mine.
That dang sugar.
The poet of Motel 6. Following the rusty railroad track, carrying his clothes in a paper sack. Just another broken heart to fix, said the poet of Motel 6. Following a rusty railroad track, give you the shirt right off his back. Just another memory to mend, says the poet to his long-lost friend. Some folks may not know it, but there goes the poet who played the guitar with only 3 fingers. But his words and his music and his memory lingered. He'd stay up all night
Until his age there.
He would drink and he would fight. Ah, but every song he'd write was the story of our lives. Some folks may not know it, but there goes the poet who played and sang and loved with all his mighty heart until it just broke apart. And may you lay in a field of stars, serenaded by a million guitars, playing songs of your honky-tonk youth, playing songs of your beautiful truth, following a rusty railroad track, give you the shirt right off his back, just another Purple Heart to mend, said the poet to his long-lost friend. And then, one uncloudy day, God's voice was heard across the heavens. And this is what he said. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Billy Joe Shaver.
My friend Kiki has these things every once in a while. I just want to say that it's a wonderful thing that he's doing, and I wish you'd help. Okay? God bless.
Rest in peace, Kiki. Hold on, y'all. My daughter wanted me to go love on the cat because the cat's being cute. She is a cutie. That was a good little song he did. Oh, I know, right? His titles were just, he's a character and he always saw the fun in things. But let me tell you though, sometimes, man, that man with his cigar would drive you bat bleep crazy. I mean, I don't mind cigars. In fact, I love the smell of them, but he would get right in your face. He had that, and it's like, dude, 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 dude. He's a quirky guy. Quirky guy he was. He was an avid dog lover, animal lover. Um, he had money, but he didn't spend his money on fancy clothes and all of that. He didn't. He put it on the animals, which I really appreciated. He donated money to the animal shelters to fix animals so people who couldn't afford to get their pets fixed. They could get a voucher and go get their animal fixed. I thought that was really great. He did a lot of good stuff. Sometimes he irritates the snot out of you, but he did a lot of good stuff. Everybody's quiet. Everybody's quiet on Twitter. Oh, wait, 1 second ago. Oh, this kid came all the way from Tennessee to free Karen Reed, free Turtle Boy. Oh, that was cute. So it's pretty quiet around here right now. I was trying to find some other Karen Reed stuff that we can watch or something. Let me see. Oh, they're doing court. Willie Nelson. Oh my gosh, we got to watch this because this has got Willie Nelson. We met Willie was in his house as a photographer. Photographed for him. He offered me something round that looked like a cigarette. I didn't smoke. I don't smoke at all. So, didn't partake. He's a good old boy, though. I like Willie. He's a good sweet character.
Karen Jones was just 15. Could have been homecoming queen, but she had a
But see, it's what
child and
Willie
she
does.
lived at the Salvation Army.
Oh
Now
yes,
she has a thrift store of her own, raises money for folks without a home. Too bad she'll never find a home for me. And Tom Baker was a friend of mine, knew him in his Irish fighting prime. He was an actor, sometimes he directed. Yeah, the Baker man, he was my friend. He stuck with me until the end. It came a little sooner than expected. Resurrection, that's the name of the song. Resurrection. Now that I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection. Resurrection. And Susie died completely healed, but you gotta play the hand you deal. Susie, I'm so glad you came along. Embraced by light, bathed in tears. She'd been clean for 7 years, but resurrection was the name of the song. I still miss my mom and dad, two best friends I ever had. They were always with me from the start. All the shows in all the towns, all the ups and all the downs, they were walking with me in my heart. Resurrection, that's the name of the song. Resurrection.
Really.
Now that I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going.
Willie Nelson and Pinky Freeman
Resurrection.
really is the harmony.
Resurrection. You might think that I'm too old to be out playing on the road instead of staying home where I belong.
Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted.
You might think that it ain't right to be out driving half the night. No, it ain't right. It ain't even wrong. It's resurrection. That's the name of the song. Resurrection. Now that I've been down so long, I don't know where I'm going. Ain't got no direction. Resurrection. Resurrection. What's in my heart is in my soul, is in a day-old donut hole eaten by an off-duty cop in San Francisco. Nights are getting colder, but there's an angel on my shoulder. Somehow she always gets me to the next show. Resurrection. Resurrection. That's the name of the song. Resurrection. Resurrection. Now that I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection. 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 Do you know the Becker man? Resurrection. You can make it, baby. Resurrection. We're with you, sonny boy. Resurrection. We're all in this together. Resurrection. Resurrection.
Wow, I didn't know Willie had done that with him. I remember when Kinky went back into music, he gave me a CD, and oh my God, it was horrible. It was just what they call a impromptu CD where he just um, playing around on his stuff. And so, anyway, that just popped up on my feed. So now Willie Nelson's stuff is popping up on my feed. oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, um, let's see. When I worked in San Antonio, or I lived in San Antonio for 81 to 99, and I had a photography studio that did very well. And I have photographed some very famous people. Somebody asked me about that. And I remember when Billy Graham came to San Antonio, and you want to talk about a mecca of famous people coming into town. And they contacted my studio to see if I'd be interested in being their event photographer because their event photographer was ill and couldn't make it. Well, I knew exactly who he was, and I went, sure. But I was only about 5 weeks out from total reconstructive surgery on my shoulder. But anyway, I did it, and oh my gosh, let's see, because I was the event photographer. When Billy Graham was around, my job was to go wherever he went, except for the bathroom. And he would sit at a round table. They had the big 12-seat tables, and I would sit at the tables with all of these amazing people. So it was President Bush Sr., what's the word? President Bush Sr., Governor Bush at the time, Amy Grant, Charlie Daniels. It's a litany of lists. So it was awesome. I'm just looking at some messages. Okay, let's go here. Okay, I will show this. So I have photographed the home for Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, David Robinson. So it's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to share this, but I'm going to step away because I have to grab the door.
I'm saying that at her.
Do you remember it or do you not, Miss McCabe? That's a simple question.
That morning, I don't remember specifically what I Googled, but I do know what you've put out to the social media.
How about this?
Oh my God.
Costs long to die in cold. That sound familiar?
Yeah, it's been everywhere.
Why does that sound so familiar?
It's been
because
everywhere.
you put it out in social media.
Well, I haven't put anything out in social media because I don't personally have social media.
I'm sorry, Turtle Boy did.
So if the world happens to know it, that's not on me, is it?
Correction. Judge Beverly Canoni published this exhibit on the courthouse website. That's how we all know about it, ma'am.
I guess not.
I guess not.
Ooh,
Costs
she hurt
long to
herself
die
there.
in cold is what you put in to the Google search, right?
Oh my God.
Costs long to die in cold is what you put in to the Google search, right?
If you say so.
She's saying
Is
that's
there
what
a reason that you don't want to admit to that?
she's like, that's what you say I said. She's really saying that's what you say I said, but I don't think that's what I said.
This does not make a witness look good. When it's like, ma'am, you've talked about the harassment. You've talked about the high profile nature of this case. Are you being honest and being serious that you don't know what the whole Google search is that you asked and you don't know the language you asked, ma'am? Are you being serious? Because it seems like you're just trying to be difficult. That's what I felt watching this. If she would have just said, how long to die in the cold? I would have been like, okay, all right, next question. Let's see what else it is. I wouldn't automatically condemn her for that. She can still have the argument about the different times, but this back and forth again, there's parts of the indications it starts to lose credibility during cross when you do stuff like this.
This is, I mean, Bob, just in time, Bob.
Listen, dude, this is everything I dreamed it would be. It's everything I dreamed it would be. Man. Oh, it makes her look so fucking like guilty of something. I don't know what, but like, why wouldn't she
Thank
just
you.
say I Googled?
While she looks at that, Mr. Jackson, can we bring our clerk back upstairs?
Miss McCabe, what'd you have for breakfast? Can I see something to refresh my memory first? Did you have a glass of water with breakfast this morning? Do you have anything I can check to make sure? I don't know if I can trust you.
Move to publish this, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, good. We're going to get to see it on the big screen, everyone.
What does that Google search say?
House long to die in cold.
Now, you indicate that you did that, you made that search at 6:23 a.m., correct?
Correct.
Interesting that the searches are so close. Typos are different, but interesting that the searches are so close together, isn't it?
And then you indicated that you did it again thereafter at 6:24,
MS.
correct?
Correct.
At 6:24, you misspelled the phrase and you spelled it as follows. How long TI die in CIKD, correct?
Correct.
That's what the defense is trying to show with all these different searches, that she tried to do the same typo in a later search to say it was something she searched after Karen Reed asked her and not during this alleged cover-up.
You've indicated under direct examination that these two searches were at 6:23 and 6:24 a.m., right?
I don't know if I gave exact times, but I said it was in the morning and Karen had asked me to do it.
Would you quarrel with the idea that those were about 30 seconds apart?
Okay.
And you're aware, Ms. McCabe, that both misspellings of that phrase result in the exact same search results, don't they?
I'm not aware of that, no.
Well, you Googled them, ma'am. You're looking on your phone and you Googled how long to die in cold and how long to die in CIKD. Both of those. You Googled them, right?
I did, yes.
And they result in the exact same search results, don't they?
I have no idea.
Why the two searches?
She was standing next to me screaming, shaking my hand. My hand was cold. I was trying to Google it.
Standing next to you, was she? You told us that you were sitting in the car when these searches were made. You told us that you were sitting in the car with Kerry Roberts when these searches were made.
Obviously, maybe whatever came up first didn't make sense because I had some misspellings, so I did it again.
I don't know, man. I mean, Google's pretty smart. I think they could figure out how to do that. I'm not sure that, but we did it twice because the search results were wildly different. Okay, that doesn't make sense, but all right.
I mean, yeah, anytime you Google something and you get a typo in a part of it, you end up, there's always like a bar at the very top or an indication at the very top of the page where it says, did you mean this thing, idiot? Almost like it's like Google's telling me like, you're a dum-dum and you misspelled this, but we know what you mean. And then they give you all the results. Like that's, I mean, anyone knows that that's what that is.
So Hoslong to die in cold results in articles concerning dying of exposure, doesn't it?
We never got the chance to read it.
Well, you're the one, when you say we, who's we?
Karen and myself.
Well, you're the one holding the phone, Mr. McCabe.
Correct.
Why wouldn't you, like, if she's screaming at you, why wouldn't you provide a result?
So you're looking down at your phone and you see exactly what comes up, right?
I don't remember exactly what came up.
Well, what came up was something about dying of hypothermia, didn't it?
That's what she asked.
So why do it again? Why do it again, Miss McCabe? You had the result. Right. Why the second search?
Brilliant.
I cannot answer that beyond telling you that my hands were frozen. She was shaking me and screaming at me.
That's not an answer, lady.
And you see,
if you Google something and it gives you the answer that you're looking for, no matter what your typos are, why are you typing again unless you're trying to match a search that you did at 2:27 in the
you see
morning?
this first search that says Hoslong to die in cold?
I do.
But that doesn't make sense because if you wanted to get an answer on Google and I type in what time is the Mavs game and I type it in MAYS and it comes up with the time of the Mavs game, why do I need to search it again? Especially with the same typo I had a different time, right?
What's that time?
You've got the
2:27 a.m.
2:27
AM or PM?
a.m.
Wow, that's an amazing coincidence. It's so weird that 3.5 hours before you'd have any reason to search it, you just so happen to be searching the exact same thing that would become material 3.5 hours later. Wow, that's a lot of prognostication, man.
You made that search at 2:27 a.m. because you knew that John O'Keefe was outside in your sister's lawn dying in the cold, didn't you?
It's amazing. Once again, the Celebrite data. The Celebrite data, once again, provides these incorrect records, just like we saw earlier with the phone logs, right? I mean, John's phone is reporting phone calls that were made, but your phone somehow doesn't have those phone calls received. That's amazing.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I didn't realize. I thought before the argument was going to be no, it wasn't 227. The records are wrong. It was actually 623. From opening statements, that's what I thought the argument was going to be. The fact that she did it twice and had to do it double time to get the right typo, that's why I felt personally this was the single worst piece of evidence for the Commonwealth to prove that Karen Reed did this and that there wasn't some kind of weird involvement with other people there that seemingly knew John O'Keefe or somebody was lying outside in the cold at 2:27 a.m.
Absolutely not.
To cover your tracks, you searched it again in order to overwrite the original search at 2:27, correct?
Again, absolutely not.
Looking at the jury.
You were nervous and you screwed it up. So the first search you made at 6:23 was Hoslong to die.
I don't, and it's ticking me off. And I'm frustrated. But it's not anybody's fault. It's doing the best.
She's saying she didn't make the 227 one, that was not a search that she did.
You disagree with the narrative because the narrative is I had knowledge when I wasn't supposed to, or maybe it's a pocket dial. It's a pocket search. The pocket somehow opened up the browser and typed in this exact phrase. Maybe your pocket did it. Maybe the pocket's the culprit. Has anyone investigated the pocket for the murder?
And what's the time frame of that search?
6:23.
And you agree that time frame is accurate, right?
Again, it's what the report says.
And that comports with your memory of that morning, about 6:23 in the morning in 51 seconds.
Correct.
Uh-oh. Was the one that got deleted the 227 one? Is that what he's gonna enlighten us with? Because that would be just absolutely chef's kiss for the defense.
There's a second search, correct?
Correct.
And this one,
I'm hopping on the train that this woman Googled
at 6:24.
How long to die in the cold at 2:27 a.m. If that puts me on the conspiracy train, I don't know, but she's lying about it.
16, correct?
You don't want to know why?
I'm sorry, 18.
I want to know why. You want to know
And
why?
that comports with your memory as well.
I remember Googling it at the request of the defendant. Yes.
About 27 seconds apart, correct?
Yes.
But the reality is your first search didn't comport with the 2:27 a.m. search, did it? It was a different spelling, wasn't it?
I never searched to 227. That is not reality.
But the 624 search did
That is not
exactly
reality.
mirror the search that, according to this report, took place at 227, correct?
I'm sure Celebrate will be able to explain it to you. I can't.
Oh,
One of them ended up deleted. Isn't that right?
I never deleted any search.
Or 20 phone calls.
Take a look.
I've never seen
at the
Celebrate
report.
oopsie say something was deleted that wasn't deleted.
The column marked deleted.
And I mean, that was kind of an aha moment too. It's like, you had 3 searches. One of them gets deleted. Which one do we think gets deleted? The one the defense is trying to point to as a cover up.
You know, when there was that whole movie about like the lovers putting in letters to each other in mailboxes, but the mailboxes convey the letters through time. You know, you do understand that time traveling mailboxes are not really a thing. It was just a story device in that one movie that you can't really send messages backwards in time. Yeah, maybe you did it. Maybe you deleted it.
that picture is worth 1,000 words. Dang, y'all. Y'all, this is good.
This is sloppy. This is sloppy. Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, no.
Is there an objection?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the objection sustained.
May we approach?
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
I had no clue what Maximum Stupid even looked like. None of us had any clue what Maximum Stupid looked like. None of us had any clue about Maximum Stupid. Nothing even really comes close to whatever this level of stupid is.
Your Honor, maybe let them keep the exhibits pre-marked. Maybe. Look at the shit show. Look at the shit show. Look at the shit show you have caused.
Yep.
It is possibly the best definition of a farce I have seen in quite a while, to be honest. It is farcical on Shakespearean levels. I mean, you have to give it to the writers of this episode of whatever TV show apparently it is. I don't know what reality show this is supposed to be or what show this is. I didn't know whatever TV show that this is on, but you have to give it to the writers, man, of whoever put this together, because wow, this farce is truly a comedy for the ages.
That people think they're, this is, I don't know, that there's some sort of system going on, like, a little this, a little, a little, Mr. Lally, don't you think that it's this? Don't you think that it's that? And those of you who have not watched this trial yet and are not familiar with this judge might be a little bit annoyed, horrified, and or both about what you feel is a bias being showed to the prosecution.
Oh, rage. I have rage. I have rage for all the people who have to do so much more work because of the renumbering of the exhibits. I don't think it's made anything more clear. Does anything feel more clear to you? I don't think it's made anything more clear.
Yeah, certain documents were not made part of the public record. They were kept under wraps.
This time wasting, Your Honor, this time wasting is on you, because they had pre-marked all the exhibits, and half of the bullshit that these attorneys are having to deal with is because both of them have on their desk 2 binders of evidence that are pre-marked with numbers, and you've told them to renumber everything as of Friday. So you caused that part of the problem.
It's both sad and hilarious and depressing and whimsical and dumb and ridiculous and absolutely, in the literal sense of incredible.
Oh boy. So I don't know why she decided that. Just
Yeah, she scolds them like they were little kids, Gene. She does.
So I thought she let pretty much most of it in from yesterday. But the one big factor in story she's not going to let in is what happened at the mobile gas station where Lank goes up to them or vice versa. They exchange words. Maybe he said something, one of them said something mean to the other. And what does Lank do but files witness intimidation charges that were later thrown out? And that's not coming in. And why that's a big deal is to me, to a lawyer, let's say. And me and my dad were golfing the other day and I told him about this and he was like, what? He's like, how corrupt does that seem?
oh boy. Half this confusion was caused by her.
We know what has been going on. There was a motion for the judge to recuse herself from this case for having certain personal ties to people that are witnesses in this case.
But does she really, or is that just a rumor?
She denied it. There was a motion to recuse or remove Michael Morrissey, the district attorney of Norfolk County, for bias. That was also denied. There was a motion to dismiss the indictments based on false and or misleading information presented to the grand jury that was used to indict. That was denied. So the defense has tried every which way to allow this judge to dismiss these charges. And here we sit watching this train wreck of a circus, kangaroo court. And so far, I haven't seen any evidence other than what they are calling Karen Reed's confession.
At the risk of stating the obvious, because I think it has to be said, even though it's obvious, at the risk of stating an obvious, it was the government who introduced all this evidence into trial, right?
That not coming in, that is potentially the most scummy part of the story, is that you want to show as a cop, you can do whatever you want. You are the law. You can have serious charges filed against somebody just by your word with nobody else being there to corroborate it. So that not coming in, I do think is a big deal because I think the jury would look at this guy if they understood what that story was like and be like, whoa, brother, we cannot trust you. We cannot trust you.
I don't know, 3-card Monty, maybe? Anybody ever play 3-card Monty on the street corner in New York City where there's a guy with 3 cards and he's like, okay, you see the queen? And then he flips around, where's the queen? And then you get it the first time and then it's a sleight of hand.
It seems that the judge went, you know what I'd like better? I'd like better if y'all numbered them in the way that they're coming in court. It seems that the judge just decided, hey, can you just do them in chronological order now? That seems to be the choice.
I didn't know. I apparently the prosecutor has absolutely no sense of dignity or shame or face. I didn't. I mean, you would think the prosecutor might be a little bit embarrassed to present it.
It shows that this officer does shady stuff, which does pertain to this case. I agree. I mean, especially when you're talking about, potential cover up, dirty cops, whatever. I mean, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough.
That's out. That was 22 years ago. Nothing. So you're not getting into the federal investigation.
That's out 22 years ago. It's like, but all the other stuff that was 22 years ago is coming in.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, we know. The prosecution has turned over 2 different police reports. One police report was turned over the day that Karen was first arraigned in February of 2022 to the defense. David Yannetti was handed a police report. That police report had the phone number for Brian Albert on it, and it had a photograph attached to it, which we just saw that witness identify. The next police report, which was supposed to be the same police report, was turned over during the course of discovery. It was not called amended police report, but two things were changed of note. Number one, a different picture was attached to it, and it was a picture that was taken by, I believe, the Massachusetts State Police, who did not have jurisdiction at the time that Sergeant Good wrote this report, because remember, he's with Canton PD. The other thing that was changed is Brian Albert's phone number was completely changed. New phone number, new cell phone carrier. So while the prosecution thought they were turning over the same police report that they forgot that they already turned over, it was clearly different. Nefarious, negligent, an abomination? You tell me. And she's going to sustain that objection?
So essentially what this is showing is the rate of sustain and the rate of allowance from the judge for each side. So in other words, when the prosecution objects, out of all the objections that she sustained, 62% were in favor of the prosecution and 38% in favor of the defense.
Did no one at the prosecutor's office, like, at any point have any sort of reality check, or did they lose a bet? Because that would explain a lot. The utter shamelessness of it all is truly absurd.
Wow. Y'all, I just saw something. Let me pull it up. I want one of these. I don't know where to get one, but I want one. I will share it with you. It is too stinking cute. Y'all ready? Dun, 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 dun. Look at this. I freaking want it. Wow, I didn't know that either, Ronnie and Cowgirl. But I want one of those. I want one. That would be the great souvenir for my very first big trial. Anybody can make one for me? I would love to have one. Can anyone make one of those for me? I don't have the thing to cut out letters. Mm-mm. I do not. And that doesn't look like a regular cup. I think that looks more like a substantial cup. Yeah, somebody can make it, that's for sure. I don't have the means to make it. So that's true. I can do that. But you can't really wash those, can you? Can you wash those? Yeah, that was the last one. Just looking. I just really think y'all sending me some. Aiden got what where? Let me do this. I've been looking on Twitter and all that, and there's no. McAlbert's watch party at the Dedham VFW. Okay, I gotta save that and share it. Yeah, I'll just share the page. I can do that. Oh, that would be awesome. But look at this. Y'all ready for this? Dun 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 dun. Look where they are, y'all. Look at the Alberts. Look at them. Oh, it's not doing what I want it to do. There it is. Look at them. Dang. Y'all, look at them. They're all hanging out. Oh, now I need to go back up. How's long till I have to stop looking at this? I can't watch that fan. Oh my gosh, y'all, that thing would make me nauseated. Sweet photo. I saw a video of her going in. Let's play this.
I took a swab from that taillight.
Where exactly did you take that swab from?
I took it from the outer exposed areas, which would have been on the outer side of the vehicle. So I did not take it from the internal, what would have been the internal portion of the taillight when it was intact.
Can you point with a laser pointer exactly where you swabbed that taillight housing?
Sure. Is there a way that, can it get zoomed in just a little bit so I can differentiate the silver in the front? I'm having a little trouble.
Is that zoomed in enough or you need more?
I believe so. I can start. So I took it from the red area here that would have been exposed. And then if we could zoom in a little bit more just on this front area so I can differentiate between the internal structures and the external.
Was it one swab?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you swabbed multiple areas with one swab and then submitted that?
Yes.
So you don't know as you sit here where, if any DNA was detected, where that DNA may have come from?
No, that's correct.
That is just so wrong, y'all. You don't you label the swab. You can even put a little sticker or you diagram it and you said swab A here, swab B here, number C there.
Rather than the general housing altogether.
Seriously? Seriously? That's how you did it? That's freaking insane, y'all. That to me is crazy. Oh, breaking news. Paris Hilton is at the U.S. Capitol advocating for children victims of foster care. When I was 16 years old, I was ripped from my bed in the middle of the night and transported across state lines to the first of 4 residential treatment facilities. Okay, but that has nothing to do with children in foster care. That has nothing to do with foster care. Okay. I'm waiting for the jury. They should be out by now. Unless they told the judge they may be close to something and they'd rather continue to work. I could only hope. But right now, there's no movement and I am on and caught up in live. I'm so sorry, guys. We lost so many viewers when my internet went down, but I appreciate all of y'all being here. Y'all are so awesome. But it does break my heart. I lost my viewership. Looking 5 hours ago. Hey, that's a Native American woman in a ribbon skirt over there. That's interesting. I'm looking for a specific video. It was an interview of the lady from the meeting last night. Y'all, it is a madhouse over there. If you haven't seen any of the videos of when they came in this morning, I know, and everybody was supposed to be back and in court and ready to go by 3:30. Well, it's 3:37 ish. Okay, while we're here, mods, is everybody on for 7 o'clock tomorrow night? I'm looking for it. I'm looking for something specific. Okay, I'll share this. Um, I this is what I wanted y'all to see. I'm going to do the Saturday night fun night. Yes, it's that lady. I'll go ahead and share it, but it's that lady. But it was one she did this morning in her yard, and I can't find it again. And I'm worried that it may be gone. I'm worried it may be gone. Because it was a good interview. I really liked the interview.
Is run by the McAlpins. That is who this town is run by. The people do not run this town. The select board does not run this town. The McAlpins run this town. And Chris Albert, the reason he has the behavior that he has is because there's no consequences, and he is allowed to run havoc and terrorize this town and sick the people after us. And that is a problem. This is domestic terrorism. We need new leadership in this town.
As it relates to the Karen Reed case,
yes.
how do you feel like the Karen Reed case was handled by the chief? Did she botch it? How it
Botch it? No, she deliberately covered it up. They all did. They all covered it up. And how do I know this? From their own mouths, from their own testimony.
Okay, the jury indicates they want to go home. All right, but I'd like to see counsel at sidebar, please.
Jeez. Can y'all hear me? I'm not muted. Why do they keep focusing on him? I guess because he's the most animated. So it looks like we'll be here tomorrow morning. I thought the jury should stay till later. What is this, 4 o'clock? 9 to 4 with an hour lunch? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 hours? Most people, jurors work 8 hours a day. Oh, I feel for the mama and daddy. Oh, okay. I got to run real quick and grab the door. I'll be right back. Here we go. Let's keep it going, please.
Jim. Yeah, I'll talk.
Rise for the jury.
Jimmy?
For the judge, please be seated.
Hey, jurors. We all appreciate how hard you've been working, and I understand you'd like to stop for the day, so we will certainly do that. We appreciate everything you're doing. I do have to give you those same precautions. Please do not discuss this case with anyone. Don't do any independent research or investigation into this case. If you happen to see, hear, or read anything about this case, please disregard it and let us know. Clear your heads. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good, all rise. Hurry up.
Y'all being in the limbo for Karen Reed's family is horrendous. That time of deliberation is very difficult. Been there. Back at it again tomorrow. I gotta.
All right, we'll see everybody tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Rise, please.
Okay. One of the things I want to talk about real quick is tomorrow night's live. I want to do tomorrow night fun night. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was not what I wanted to do. Was no, they're not indicating, which is good. Which is really good. If they're not indicating they're dreadlocked, we're good. That's golden. That would be horrific if they were at this point. Yeah, everybody's saying back tomorrow. Here we go again. Let's see, I'm looking. Oh, now everybody's screaming Freedom Friday. Freedom Friday. That's kind of a cool thing. Freedom Friday. Yes, hi, Miss Divinity. Do you have a way for me to contact you? Are you willing to do a live with me tomorrow night? I go on at 7 Central. I'm going to try and get Recovery Addict on there as well and open it up to any other YouTuber who wants to come on. I think it would be cool to do a Freedom Friday, especially if she's acquitted tomorrow. It will be the Freedom Friday viewing, Freedom Friday night. Yeah. Yeah, just before the 4th of July. That would be awesome. Good girl. So I'm waiting to hear from Miss Divinity if she'll say, if you say no, it won't offend me. It's okay. It's okay. But I thought, like to do a live with you. Would this judge tell us? I mean, she pulled the jury aside. I mean, the attorneys aside. Would she tell us? Would they tell us? That would be interesting. Interesting. Okay, guys, today it's just another day of waiting. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. So we're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna be praying that tomorrow is Freedom Friday. I appreciate y'all being here. We are going to go get me another. Well, no, I'm not going to do coffee. I don't think I'm going to do coffee, but I am going to go and chill a little bit with my daughter. And before you go, if you have not already, please comment, like, and subscribe. Guys, we are up to 371 subscribers, almost at that 400th mark. Oh my God. My verdict watch this morning at 673. Oh, y'all, that's so awesome. Mods, you are doing a fabulous job. I appreciate and love you. We are onward and upward. It would need to be open record. I know. But anyway, Miss Divinity, you're always welcome to join. Y'all have a great afternoon. Remember, be kind. You never know who's going through a difficult time. Always be the smiley face for somebody else. And y'all take care and sleep well. See you in the morning. Miss Linda M., thank you so much.